settled next to the Willamette River. Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any team to come calling. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Huskers will kick it off to get us underway. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So the Oregon Ducks offense is on the field for the first time today. When this guy comes onto the field, David, he seems to bring the it factor with him.
So much fun as a play caller to have a guy you depend on, you trust. You know, Palmer, you're going to get the best out of this young man.
He's also one of those guys, David, who just elevates everybody else around him, right? All 10 guys in that huddle offensively just seem to play better knowing they've got confidence in this guy.
He's going to take a shot. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Fires into the end zone. Ball in the air, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game, opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. The inside handoff. Good pickup on the ground there. Give him 5 to the 16-yard line. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Looking downfield, it's Raiola. They'll run the screen. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes his connection. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. They're going to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Play number 9 on this drive. They go to the ground. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They'll run play action. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking for a man. It's Rayola. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
So now on comes the field goal unit. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication.
Unloads it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Hand off from the shotgun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Takes the easy completion. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Open.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Ducks will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. They're working that left side. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Huskers have their offense in high gear. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. They want to just keep throwing it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And for the second time, they'll go for the field goal. The first one was good, and they'll try from 42. And this one splits the uprights. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side. Shakes off the defender. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
At midfield, he's got room. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
They get a huge gain on that toss play, and this running back, when he's got the ball in space, watch out. You see when he's out in the perimeter of the field, he's able to pick his spots. He can make people miss. He's got a bevy of moves. Way to generate the explosive play.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. Here on 3rd down. The play action fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. Power football with the run. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Raiola. Finds his target down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. It's caught. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
The give out of the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. And this punt will be down just on the other side of midfield. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Line getting set on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. The throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Quarterbacks are, there's so many adjectives to describe them. Calm, cool, collected, accurate, so on and so on. But a lot of times it's just smart. Understanding the situation, the down and distance, and knowing where that first down marker is. Great job going to get that first down. New set of downs.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll put the tight end in motion. Toss sweep to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. Oh, look out, there he goes. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it left, looking for the end zone here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. Trying to pound it in. They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll ride the hot hand. They stop him cold. Maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to run for it. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Feeling some heat. Trying to get to him. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. And the Huskers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Branch. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David. Chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Running back goes in motion. Looking left. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Looking to pass. It's Raiola. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Working that left side now. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The give to the tailback. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Huskers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
Well, he started rolling to his right, and because of that, it allowed the defender some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point where he was able to come away with the pick.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. To the air, it's Raiola. It's complete. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Nebraska. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this.
Lost one deep down the right side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the...
Oh, he wants it all. Makes the catch down the right side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. He wants to throw. He'll take another shot here. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And they'll down this punt just inside the 40-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He fires a bullet to the right. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Hey, when you speed quarterbacks up like this, when you hurry their thought process, they're going to make mistakes. That was a mistake there. Throwing into double coverage, obviously not something you want to do. Could have been worse. Nice job by the defense.
forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
This quarterback doing a lot of good decision-making on that last play. First off, nice job extending, but then understanding what the coverage was, understanding nobody's open, and then going, hey, look, I can go get this myself, and finally, not only am I going to get this first down, I'm going to take care of myself, too. I'm going to slide. I practiced this all week. A little baseball slide action. We got a fresh set of hands.
You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack, and I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's the handoff. He's up to 90 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
And the Ducks will keep this drive going.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6, 7 play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. This offense has a 2nd down play. Try to get it to the edge. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run, and then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. You used to see that play a ton back in the day. You just don't see much of it anymore.
Now, a 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. To give to the big fullback. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. At the 40, there he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Cornhuskers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And they got him for the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Going up top on 1st down. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington has the lead right now. Feels like we've heard the air raid sirens a few times today, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by a field goal over Penn State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He'll start this drive firing. He's got it down the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Move the chains with that completion now on 1st down. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to throw, it's Raiola. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Trapped behind the line, it's Roy. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Give him 114 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They move the tight end all over. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
At the 29. 3rd down coming up.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
There's nothing more annoying defensively than this. You got a guy bottled up, great coverage, boom. He escapes out of it, pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Next thing you know, he scrambles, gets a first down. Now I got a new set of problems I got to deal with.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. After run, now throw. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And just got enough of the football there by the defender, breaking on the football, getting his hand on it. He couldn't bat it down, but he got a fingertip on it, tipped that thing away from the receiver, made the big play, saving the touchdown.
Safe completion on the screen. Smashes through. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these 3rd and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up a 1st and goal.
Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
It's the plays like that that are going to end up defining and deciding this game, right? It's tight. Tie game, fourth quarter. Someone is going to step up and make a game-changing play, and the defender did.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Catches it inside his 20. Chance to really gain some ground. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Back to pass, it's Raiola. Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On third down, he drops to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Huskers send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. They're going to throw it to start the drive. They're bringing heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him was with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. And the Ducks just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. They'll leave it with him. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way. And how about this defense snatching at least a chance for victory away from the jaws of defeat?
And I just love the effort, too, Reese. I mean, this has been a long, hard-fought type game. It's been a physical game, and a lot of these guys on defense, they played a lot of snaps. They are tired, but in this situation, you're seeing the effort. Guys flying around, creating a fumble. Boy, it does not get better than that.
He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, we're here late in the game. This offensive line is still getting the job done. He had all day long to throw that football here. In the 4th quarter, these guys haven't slowed down, but just not able to come up with a completion.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. And with that turnover, we come to the close of this game. Well, how about this one? A fun one. These guys came in as underdogs, and they walk out as the winner.
They didn't care they were unranked. That's not what they were worried about. Oh, this team's ranked. They weren't looking at any different. They were looking to come in and get the W and execute. Great job believing they could come, Jesse, and knock them off.
Yeah, you're right, David. This team came in with something to prove, and they knew they had a national audience that was going to be paying attention to this game. What a great job going out under the lights, big-time stage against a ranked opponent, and really putting their A game out there on the field.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.